I was in the supermarket the other day. Yeah, I was. Filing past all the plastic packaging and branding. I do it weekly as much to nourish the soul as the body. And I was in the health food aisle, which has all cereal bars with all grains and dried stuff and things described as raw ingredients. Now, I don't know what raw ingredients are, right? And I don't know what a non-raw ingredient is, but what I know is that the aisle where they sell actual fresh fruit and vegetables, is probably a better definition of a raw ingredient. And, to be honest, a better definition of a health food aisle. So, right, I picked up this cocoa bar thing in the health food aisle, and it said it was 80% fat-free and made with natural ingredients, right? So I thought, 80% fat-free, that's not bad, is it? And then I thought, that means the other 20% must be pure fat. I thought. But I thought I'd give it a go anyway. So I'd finished my shopping and I made my way to the checkout, the bit where the cashier sits and you load all your stuff on a conveyor belt. And I do actually sometimes make eye contact with real people and say words to them. So it was about 8 PM at night, and perhaps I looked a little weary because the woman who was about to scan my shopping said, "Had a long day?" And I said, "No, not really, but long enough. How about you?" "Very long," she said. "I've been here since 8 this morning, and I'm just about to leave off, and I've got another 12-hour shift tomorrow and one the day after. I'm on one of those 0 hours contracts, you see. I need a full-time wage and there's no guarantees, so I'm building up as many hours as I can." And kind of light-heartedly I said, "Bloody capitalism," sort of feigning an angry person shaking their fist. And she sort of smiled at that and then looked a bit more serious and said, "Well, yeah, people have a go at capitalism, but what alternative would you prefer?" she said to me. I don't, because at least in our democratic capitalist society, she said, we, via our largely unfettered access to and aspirations within the material world, are, through those interactions, largely able to demonstrate a version of our own self-expression and individuality, freedoms which are often sorely lacking in other political and economic systems, and particularly in ones which deny people the right to choose their leaders. Now, I didn't really understand what she was saying or what she meant, but it kind of sounded well informed, and I sort of wanted to counter it with something with a degree of intellectual heft. But I had nothing. Nothing at all, because I couldn't do what I normally do, which is to look up something clever on the internet and then pass it off as my own. Not in a real life situation like that. Couldn't do it. But then, as I stood there packing my bags, bereft of ideas, I just noticed my little cereal chocolate bar thing coming down the conveyor belt towards me. Just coming down. Just at that moment. Just after she'd given me that line. And let me tell you, it was like the metaphorical light bulb moment. I could counter her with something, and it was all I had. So I swept up the chocolate bar, thrust it towards her face, and I said to her, "This supposedly healthy cocoa cereal bar thing is branded as being 80% fat-free. That's its main selling point. But actually, that just means it's 20% fat. And you know what that is, don't you?" I said. "That's the illusion of choice. That's what that is. It's the same product that you've always bought, but repackaged, rebranded, manipulated, and sold back to you at twice the price with little or marginal benefit to you. And in my hand, in this little 65-gram bar, is everything you need to know about capitalism." And I did a little smug face as if I'd blown the whole bloody system open. But I hadn't, because I didn't really know what I was talking about, or what she was talking about. But sometimes you just say things because they pop into your head, don't you? And that was one of those moments. And I sort of delivered it with a reasonable amount of aplomb. And at 8 PM in the midweek, that was kind of enough for me. So we exchanged final pleasantries and I bid her farewell and I went home, sort of buzzing a little bit, and quite fancied some more interaction of that nature. So I went on Twitter. Now, the good thing is, I remembered her little line about capitalism, so I sort of decided I would borrow or plagiarise what she told me and put it on Twitter and hopefully seem clever in the eyes of the world. So I put her exact words about democratic capitalist societies on Twitter. #democracy, #capitalism. Well, I've never had such a long night on social media. One random person retweeted it, then a few more, then loads of people were quoting or retweeting it. Some sort of agreed, but most got really angry about it and said I was uneducated, uninformed, unable to grasp basic economic concepts, and some people were just downright abusive. And I felt like saying to them all, look, I came on Twitter to look clever, not be insulted. And I couldn't really counter their words with anything because I didn't really understand what it was I was saying in the first place. I thought it was just clever words like all the other clever words that I read on Twitter that sound clever, but I don't really understand them. I just thought that's how it works. Anyway, I couldn't handle it anymore. Stupid Twitter. I tried looking up capitalism on the internet and democracy and all the various systems in between, with the people's comments still burned on my brain. But it was 2 AM. I closed the lid on my laptop. Enough, I thought, enough. And I looked to the side of my computer. And there, just sitting there, was that little cocoa cereal chocolate bar thing. Just sitting there. And next to that was an apple. Yeah, it was one my mum had gathered from her garden a couple of days before. It's from an old tree, probably 50 years old or more, and gives a huge crop of apples every year for 0 input. I tore off the plastic wrapper from the cocoa cereal bar chocolate thing and took a nibble from the corner. It tasted a bit stale, a bit dead in the mouth, uninspiring and not worth the 20% fat cost. I cast it aside and took up the apple and took a lusty bite. It had an appealing crunch, was crisp, juicy, slightly aromatic, even perfumed, and satisfying. So I decided to throw the cocoa cereal bar thing in the bin, eat the apple instead, shut down the internet, go to bed and read a book. It was the best choice I'd made all day. Welcome back. You may have seen in the background what I've been up to. Just haven't rested yet, but we've healed Ajantis as best we can. He's got all his stuff back, so he's now...
Give me strength!
Yes, got all his full plate armour and got his longbow back, and so he's looking rather handy now as a fighter. Zara is kind of back to normal. Can't remember if he had anything on him, to be honest, but Edwin's got those boots, which I'll give back to Ajantis for now. And Ajantis can assume leadership once more. Now,
responsibility you have bestowed.
we are just clearing out the bandit camp, just seeing what else is here, really. I'm not intending on keeping you around for too much of it. I guess we've probably done the bulk of it, but there may be something in these tents. And if you've seen if you've been watching just the background footage, you'll see that Alwyn hasn't been exactly successful in busting open any of these chests. But never mind. Well, that's a TARDIS.
This way.
We've not really been focusing on Alwyn's opening locks. We've been focused on the finding traps, which is kind of, well, you wonder why I bothered, to be honest, because obviously we just lost 2 of our party members. They are back again, but yes. Well, let's see if she can open this. No. I guess I didn't really... Oh, 39 gold. I guess I didn't really appreciate the importance of opening locks, and I guess it's not anything to worry about really, unless there is some stunning item in one of those chests. I just imagine it's probably more jewels and gold and that sort of thing. But
yeah.
I think there's a lot of point here. Oh god, out of the way, people.
With Helm's blessing.
So yeah, we're just...
I've done had enough of this.
In terms of where Alwyn is, I still haven't made up my mind. And I don't know if Alwyn's made up his. We know we needed to get back here, get the stuff. But yeah, not sure really where we go from here at all. And I'm not sure what Alwyn's kind of state of mind is.
Yep, I've done had enough of this.
I will obviously make a decision on that, but let's just go in here.
This way.
Okay. Zara's chattering away outside. Oh, there we go. We got into that one. A healing potion. That's good. Okay. Whoops. 9 gold. Did I do that? I think I did. Let's just do this barrel. A ring! I love magic rings, if that's what it is.
I've done had enough of this.
Okay. Maybe we'll have a look in the cave.
Yeah.
As I say, I'm not looking to keep you around for too long. I'm sorry about this kind of... You get this in the game where, you know, there is a bit of just aftermath, kind of admin almost, just kind of mopping up, making sure you don't miss anything like magic rings in barrels. There we go. We're in. Okay. Right. This you may have also seen on the background footage that I changed Imwen's AI, but that was rubbish, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put her back on ranged, because every time she hides in shadows, the AI kicks in and takes her back out of shadows. Utterly pointless. So... Right, now, let's go in this cave. Caves are actually quite lucrative in this game, by the... well... Okay. Knoll Slasher. Garclax. Right.
I'm gone.
Okay, well, you can go in there.
This way.
You can take that one out. Okay. Let's just take that AI off for a second. So what are all these guys doing in here? Gnolls, and what are they? Bats. Gnoll veteran. Gnoll elite. Oh, this is just like the old Gnoll Fortress again. Okay.
My honor. With Helm's blessing.
Right. Let's buff ourselves up a bit. Have you got a bless there, Alwyn? Yeah, we might as well do one of them. Could do. Oh, we could do our little animate dead. Should we do that? Let's see what it's like. We're gonna have to rest soon anyway, so I might as well. Oh, everyone's come out of shadows then. Bugger. Garclax, you come to mock Garclax. Garclax clan been in cave long enough. Let us out now or die. Why are you in here anyway? I don't see how we're going to be able to let them out because they're already hostile. We're in here because of trouble we caused in camp. Big brawl 2 nights back. You should know that unless you not Black Talon. You not smell right, you die! Oh god. Oh no, Imowen. Okay. I might just get her to run outside. She's nearly at full health.
I care not.
Go, Imowen.
I am gone.
Run for your life.
Helm, give me with Helm's
The Jantas
blessing.
pile in there and take everyone out.
Again, you as direct.
Edwin, you can get in there, mate.
If I must.
Zar, go. Oh, actually, I want Bless to... Oh, I haven't got time for that. I really haven't got time for that. Imowen,
This way.
go.
Night Singer, give me power.
Okay, this is
This way.
a bit trickier than I was hoping. Edwin, it might be time for a horror. Zar, sleep.
How may I be of assistance?
Alwyn,
You have but to ask.
get in there. We might need you.
By Helm.
And Jantis, run out and meet them. Oh, Imowen, where are you going now?
I've done had it.
Healing.
My honor is my life.
Oh, look, our little animate dead's coming.
Now,
You need to go as well. Okay, I think if they're not asleep, they're horrid. So let's go to work.
For the glory of Helm!
Okay, apart from that one. We will attempt to take down. You two can swing your maces and hammers.
You are so as directed.
Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. God, this is a bit harder than I was anticipating. Right. I think we might be alright now, though.
My actions are yours.
No. Right, go.
For the glory of Helm!
My blade will cut you down to size.
Helm, give me strength!
Okay, we're doing alright, we're doing alright. There's a flind on the floor there. Okay.
Darkness prevail.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Form up, everyone.
As you will.
We've got a straggler.
With Helm's blessing.
For sure! My blade will cut you down to size.
What are you doing, Alwyn? Just stay in formation.
For the glory of Helm!
Now, now.
AI, absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to take on Alwyn if you want, mate.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
There we
As
go.
you will.
Right, I'm just going to take this AI off for now. I'm not happy about it in these confined spaces. Okay. Right, all we've got is bats. And a whole load of loot now. Whoa, what is that? Ring. Silver necklace. Gem. Coins. Detect invisibility. Okay, that's a decent haul. Okay. Oh, I forgot my little animate dead person. Ah,
Helm's
what happened to it?
blessing.
Oh, there it is. Hey, my skeleton. Brilliant. Skeleton warrior, no less. Ah, can a skeleton warrior go in? No. Can't go anywhere. Okay.
With Helm's blessing.
That's quite good. Right, anyway, we've got a little minion. That's, as I said, I think Alwyn would like minions. To do his dirty work, definitely. But they can't go in buildings, which is a bit of a shame. Anyway, I'll have another little hunt around bags and chests and all things like that, and bring you back in if there's anything of note. Right, so I've skipped ahead, and we are done. Done with the bandit camp at last. There was a little bit of resistance in some of these tents, basically bandit people saying, "Oi, get out of my tent," upon which I then decided to destroy them and loot any crates, chests, etc. that were in the vicinity. There weren't any particularly hard battles. There was a tent with a couple of Flins in, or Knoll veterans. Something like that. But, by now, this party is more than capable of taking on one or two enemies like that, and they weren't any more than 120 XP or so. Came away with a couple of decent potion type things. There was this flame arrow spell, which is a level 3 spell, which looked pretty good. This oil of fiery burning, another sort of fireball spell, I guess. Oil of speed, which is a great boost really in battle, double the attack. So a few little bits and bobs like that, but nothing. I don't know if you saw me get this arrow, but I don't know what it is, and I don't think Alwyn knows what it is either. So anyway, we are ready to go, and I'm going to keep you around just because travelling is always dangerous in this area. You can see on the map here, Cloakwood is an area we can travel to, but we're not going to do that. We are going to go to Beregost because we've got things like bandit scalps to sell, and perhaps some stuff to offload in our little house that we've set up. And that journey was a day and 4 hours, so I think, although the bandit camp has managed to spread over 3 episodes, we're well and truly done with that. And of course, we did it over, and not without some skill on the part of Alwyn. You know, we really did have more than enough to kind of take those guys on at the bandit camp. So I'm just wondering really what we do next. Obviously we're going to rest.
As you will.
But I guess, what time is it? Well, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Rest.
How
Just
may I
check
be of assistance?
the old spells set up. I think we are. Yeah, I'm sort of mumbling a bit here. We're going to rest. We're tired, and I think in the morning, which will be kind of in the early hours of the morning, we'll probably decide what to do. But let's just have a little rest first. I think we might try the royal suite because Ajantis is quite injured. Okay, well that didn't really do anything for us, but hey, look, we can identify a couple of things, so let's get this wand identified. And indeed, it's a wand of magic missiles. Wow, with 31 charges, that's really good. Really good. Huh. Didn't think they'd come with such a high amount of charges, to be honest, but there we are. Right, what else shall we identify? Let's identify the shield. I think that was on the Talgor's guy. I can't remember exactly, but let's go. Okay, so a medium shield +1. But as it requires 12 strength, it is only Mr. Ajantis who can use it. Oh, and it would give him... It would give him an extra armor class point, which would take him down to -6. That's pretty impressive. It really is. Oh boy. Well, we'll think about that one. I think I'll certainly keep it on Ajantis anyway. So yeah, exciting stuff. But although it's midnight, Alwyn's got some thinking to do. Thinking about what he does next. We know Cloakwood is kind of now the next piece of the puzzle. But quite what Alwyn's thought process is, well, I think it's something that he's going to... I think the question is whether he's going to go straight for it or look to, I don't know, do something else, kill some time, whatever. But I'm going to take you away because I just need to think about that. And I'll bring you back in when I and Alwyn have made up our minds. "17 Kython, 1368. I needed to hear the sound of the sea. It was to me the sound of silence, and I wanted to drown out the noise. In Candlekeep Library, the progress of the day was determined not by the ticking of a timepiece, but by the rhythm of the waves and the tides that I listened to through an open study window. It is amazing the thinking you can do when you are not burdened by the considerations of time. Indeed, the consciousness of time can ruin thought, and I had forgotten that.
What can also ruin thought is the badgering of others, particularly as I am more patient than I would care to be, so often suffer it without complaint. So when I sat down with Ajantis to explain that I needed him to leave the group for a while, he was crestfallen, and while he made an attempt to rally me, I think, perhaps he understood that it was not going to change my mind. His continual pestering on what he perceives as the moral shortcomings of the party were too much to bear. In any case, Ajantis would not tolerate any hiatus from our noble quest. It is not as Helm would have it, he would say. Are all paladins like this? Ajantis, it seems to me, is a person for which the word dogma was invented, though for his own shortcomings, I know that I may need him yet. So here we are, perambulating the very fringes of the coast. I now must mull that continuous question. What next? And how? As I write and look out to sea with a stiff breeze in my face, I wonder what lies beyond the shimmering horizon. If I simply cast down my hammer and shield and waded in, would I have my escape? Would the gentle current cradle me, carry me to a safe haven? No, no. Such talk is an indulgence, for I do not despair now, not like I did. No, the burden I have right now is a clouded head and a lingering fear, but it is one I can carry a little further.
Right, well, yes, we're back again, and we are, as you can see, on the western coast of the map, just below Candlekeep. So what on earth have we been doing? Well, as you probably gathered from, well, looking at the party portraits on the right-hand side there, that Ajantis is no longer with us. So yes, Alwyn has finally, well, not finally, but Alwyn has decided to part company with Ajantis. We're not sure for how long, but as you may have gathered from that diary entry just then, Alwyn is looking to, yes, get away from it all and have some time to ponder and contemplate and just see what he wants to do next. He is, as you probably have gathered, not entirely sure. So this is what this little expedition, this little hiking tour is all about. So we've packed up all of our provisions. We have reduced our inventory considerably. Now you may be wondering what happened to Ajantis. Well, we let him go, and you know, he did say that he would be happy to rejoin the party, although he was fairly disappointed to be leaving, saying, you know, I thought we were a team, I thought we were on this mission together, etc. So Ajantis, so we were able to say to him that it's, you know, potentially just a temporary, you know, I don't want to lose you completely, and can we meet up? So he's waiting at the Friendly Arm Inn should we need him again. I dare say that we might do, but, you know, who's to say what will happen? I don't know how shocked you are by Ajantis not being here. I guess his continual rabbiting on about the reputation of the party, which, by the way, is disliked 8. So you can see why Ajantis is not exactly a happy camper in this group. We left him with some stuff. He went away with his Bastard Sword +1 and his his plate mail, his full plate, we kept, and I've stowed that away in the Landrin's house in Beregost. So things like his dexterity gauntlets are now, the brawling hands are now on Edwin, so his armour class is now 6. There's no point giving it to anyone like Viconia, because Alwyn, Imowen, because their dexterity is already 18. So the boots that Ajantis was wearing has gone on Viconia, because she's going to be kind of spearheading the party now. Much, you know, she's much less robust than Ajantis, and it's almost a bit of a shame because Ajantis was -6 on the old armour class, so he was, you know, a very useful member. But, you know, Alwyn's made his decision. He's made his bed and he is going to lie in it. But he does need some time to think. Oh, yes, Zaha's got the Amulet of Protection, which has a marginal benefit. We've been doing a bit of spending. As you can see, our gold is just 5,000. We've bought a load of potions. And some more magical ammunition. What I should have done was bought some just plain old bullets, but I haven't done. So we've got a few, but yeah. So what we're going to do is, yeah, so we bought this potion case and I bought a load of potions to go in it. So this little box of tricks should get us out of some difficulties, hopefully. Some things that are going to boost up strength and hit points, and got some regeneration, freedom if we get caught in a sort of, what is it? Completely immune to any effects with influence, action, or movement. So, you know, some kind of entangling spell, perhaps. So we've got a load. I want more of these mind focusing ones, I really do, but I don't know where you get them. And the reason for that is we're a bit undercooked in terms of our spells, but I'm so petrified of losing the spells if you fail to memorise them. So, you know, Alwyn's got 2 level 2 spells there, which have just got luck at the moment. I don't mind if we get a surfeit of one particular spell, and, you know, you can afford to lose it, but we haven't, so, yeah, there's a bit of a problem. So all the spells that we had are just in the Beregost house, okay? So I think that probably brings you up to speed. We kind of travelled over. There was no great kind of issue along the way. And yeah, so we're now minus Ajantis, which is a bit of an issue, but ghouls. Okay. Right.
Night Singer, give me power.
Let's try and bring them down, shall we, people? So here we go. This is the start of the brave new world without Ajantis.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Viconia's turn undead will help here.
You're a queer fellow.
Back up as a rock.
As directed for now. Your worthless lives end here. Your
My
worthless
blade will
lives
cut
end
you
here.
down to size.
Oh, there's a bit of kiting.
If I must.
Right.
May darkness prevail.
Now, one other thing I'm going to do is... oh, a pearl on that ghoul. Lovely.
May darkness
Well, we are by the coast, I
prevail.
suppose. Anyway, let's... I was going to just identify a couple of bits. So we'll get this... this bow looks interesting, so let's identify that. Oh, we haven't rested. Okay, well, how much have we got in terms of spells? Do we need to rest now? Yeah, we've got quite an extensive selection, haven't we? So maybe we don't. Yeah, I think we can carry on for a bit. I'm not sure how dangerous these wilderness areas are. Obviously, you know, if we were to take on, you know, the Knoll Stronghold now or something, I think we'd probably roll through it quite comfortably. Right, everyone, just give him a nice backstab. Hold it.
Your worthless lives end here.
I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Kalas Na.
My blade will found a sign.
For sure!
I've done had enough of this.
Oh, Viconia's turn. I've used Viconia's turn undead here. Just to try to...
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Oh yeah, look, he's turned. He's running away.
Worthless lives end here.
Is he? Yeah. Okay, right. Turn undead is starting to work. And I think that's because Viconia has gone to the next level of cleric skills. So, you know, she's level 5 now, so perhaps a turn undead is just good enough to kind of fend off those sort of people. Lower level undead, I should say. Right, I'm just going to pause it here. So yes, as we stand here among the dead bodies of the ghasts, let's have a... Now I know some of you like the sort of statistical side of Baldur's Gate, and I suppose we better just have a look at how the party is performing in terms of stats. So you can see that in the case of Viconia, she's I suppose, given that there's 6 party members, if you can get over a 1/6 of the kills, you kind of know you're more or less punching your weight, and Viconia's got a 5th. Favourite weapon is the mace, which I'm slightly surprised about because we often have her equipped with her ranged weapon. Favourite spell, command, is not surprising. And she's nearly got a quarter of the kills in the party. And the assassin from the Nashkel Mines area, Grey Wolf, was the most powerful. She's got 88 kills in the whole game. Immerwin. There you go. She's got better stats. Most powerful vanquish, Lamalha. I think that was one of the assassins out when we exited the Nashkel Mines. So she's got nearly... She's getting on for 1/3 of all the kills in the party. And experience as well. But I suppose as she's got very good Thaco on that bow and arrow or crossbow, so she's always going to be picking up quite a few kills, and with the backstab as well now, she's likely to get even more, I suppose. 110 kills. Now let's have a look at... Actually, let's leave Alwyn till last, shall we? Edwin. There we go. Look, percentage of kills only 8%, but he has got more of the experience. So while he's not got as many actual bodies to his name, he has got a better percentage in terms of experience. I think really, I mean, she's powerful vanquishes Raymond, one of the enemies in the bandit camp, Tazok's tent. I actually think his ranged ability is kind of holding him back a lot. He's only actually got 31 kills in the whole game so far. And he's not been with the party... Well, he's been with the party a month. But because his Thaco is 22 with a sling, I mean, compare that with Immerwin, 16 with the crossbow, and Viconia, 14 with the sling. You know, you can see why that. You know, Edwin's just not getting those kind of bread and butter kills that you would expect, or you can get from the other party members. And Tsar, yeah, so he's got... Well, he's been with the party a lot longer, to be fair to him, but he's got twice as many kills. He's killed Britic, the most powerful vanquished. So you've got more kills, but less experience value. So actually he's got less experience kills, experience points in total than than Edwin from his kills. Right, Alwyn. So his most powerful vanquish is a Winter Wolf, which I did not find them powerful at all, to be honest. But for some reason they command nearly 1,000 experience. Favourite spell, command. Favourite weapon, Warhammer. Again, I'm slightly surprised because he's mostly not using the Warhammer. And he's pretty good, actually. 86 kills. The experience value and percentage of kills is exactly the same, 22%. So he's more than punching his weight, really, over 1/5 of the kills. Which does rather make you think,
make you wonder what Ajantis was at, given that he, you know, I wonder if he was up around 40% of total kills, something like that, because he's lethal with that bow, and you know, he isn't too bad with a sword, particularly when we gave him the strength potions back at the Knoll Fortress and at the bandit camp just now. So there we are. That's the that's a little statistical roundup for you, which some of you may enjoy. So Alwyn is kind of pretty useful, really, and I suppose that's mainly because he's not only got the sort of spell ability, but he's also got the a pretty decent. Oh, hello, Shoal the Nereid. Okay. Yeah, Alwyn's got a lot of. I suppose he's a very versatile member. I can sort of consider him more of an enabler for the rest of the party, so he can, you know, he can whittle away people's health with his you know, with his sling ability. He can disable with his spells.
I'm gone.
He's and he can buff party members with his priest spells. So he's you know, a pretty useful sort of Swiss Army knife of party members, I suppose.
Now Nartha.
Anyway, let's. Well, she's not hostile. Some kind of nymph, I suppose. Could turn nasty, but actually, Alwyn, let's do a little bit of buffing, because you never know. I'm actually going to make an executive decision on the second level spells. I think I might get another chant in, because the +1 is useful. And same for Alwyn. I'll get him a chant. I might get an aid going. Anyway, I might get an aid actually. There you go. Right. Okay. Anyway, sorry, that was just an aside. Let's talk to Shoal.
May darkness prevail.
Please help me, will you? I am alone on this desolate dry land, and who knows what lurks in these woods.
No, so she's some sort of sea creature or creature of the coast, I guess. Some sort of nymph, coastal nymph, we could call her. Okay, accompany me and I will make certain you are safe. You would only slow me down. I don't think we're going to antagonise Shoal. Wonderful, perhaps a kiss to show my appreciation. What, to old Viconia? Some nymph on drow action coming up, folks. God, that's some niche, well, whatever floats your boat, I suppose. Far be it for me to turn down a kiss from a comely lass. I think we'll be a bit more polite about it. It is not my place to do so. I hardly know you. I am truly sorry, but I must insist. End dialogue. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. She just killed Viconia. With a kiss. Oh dear lord. Well, she's resurrectable. Okay. Right, we're up. Alwyn. She hasn't got armour. I wonder if she's got some kind of spell up her sleeve, so let's try and silence her. Actually, let's make sure we're not going to silence ourselves here. Alwyn. Not really sure what to do for the best here, whether to charge. We haven't got a frontliner anymore. Alwyn's probably the most frontline person we've got in terms of armour class, but we'll send in Alwyn with the sword, I think. Edwin. Give her a chromatic orb. Zar. Minor drains are. Soften her up. Whoa! No! This is no longer fun. I cannot die for this. They are my actions, but not my intent. I can but do as I am bid by the master. Yeah. You wondered whether there was more to this than just someone coming along and randomly murdering a party member. Well, we're going to say, restore my fallen and explain your actions. Shall continue. I would not be here at all, but my shawl is held by Ogre Droth. It is my essence he commands, so to him I will listen. It was a lark for a while, but no longer. I do not want to harm you further, but if he so wills, then I must. It is all I can do. So she's in the command of some ogre. It was a lark for a while. What were you getting into? And I shall fight as best I can to release you from his grasp. I'm inclined to believe her. Oh, that could be interesting. Yes, oh god. Yes, do that. Oh, that sounds a bit like she knows what's coming. Oh, is she going to resurrect Viconia? Don't attack her, Alwyn. Come on, bring her back, bring her back, bring her back. Yes, she's back. Get your stuff. Get your stuff quick.
Carlos, nah.
Pick it all up, pick it all up, pick it all up. Okay. In the gem bag. In the gem bag. Oh, I feel like I don't need to go quick at this point, do I? I can just calm down and re-equip Viconia, can't I? Right. Oh, blimey, what is going on here? So she's being commanded by an ogre. Or she's being forced to do things against her will in any case. Right, drink a potion. Alwyn, healer. Alwyn, you can cast your little book. Oh! There's Droth. Hang on. Oh god. Okay. Here he comes. Tempting to get a bit of kind of damage done on him. Go around there, Zar. Edwin, just go around there.
have you not destroyed the small pinks?
Oh, giraffe. Right, Alwyn. Let's bless ourselves. What be this trouble, Shoal? Why have you not destroyed these small pinks? You're not to make me angry, water child. Well, she did destroy one of us, but she brought her back to life. It is not my fault, Ogre Droth. They are stronger than I. Pah! They are meat for larder and gold for purse. Kill them we shall. As you say, so it shall be. Well, what right do you keep this creature captive, Ogre? Return what is rightfully hers. She told you this, you struck soundly to addle her mind so. 'Tis true that I possess her shawl, but Waterchild, my mate. Envy of all others I am Ogre Mage Droth, I will kill, and kill well. Another lumbering oaf who shall swiftly meet his end, says Viconia. Alright, Viconia, well, you're in the front line, so I kill you too. Okay. Droth. Viconia, strike him. Alwyn. What are you going to do, Alwyn? Command him. Zar. Get a bit of horror going.
Again you disturb me.
Edwin. Minor Drain. Immerwin. What we need is some classy ammunition. That's what I'm calling it. Classy ammunition. And we should have quite a bit of it somewhere. I thought we had some better bolts than that. Bolt of Biting. Cool, that'd be nice if she can hit with it. Imwin's Thaco is down at 15. I think the arrows +2 might be a slightly better option at this juncture though. So with them, Thaco goes down to 13, so hopefully she'll be able to make a hit with that. So, target him. And, yeah, Viconia, you're just going to smash him with your mace. So I'm just thinking what Alwyn could do. Yeah. Yeah, command him and see what happens. Okay, he's saved against the horror. He's taken a minor drain off Edwin, but he has been floored.
You're a queer fellow.
Something troubles you?
Okay, now he's down, we can just whittle his health away. In fact, I'm even going to save the classy ammunition for a rainy day, because that has done a job. Always a lot easier when they just fall quite simply to command. Okay, he's back up.
You are so irritating.
Bring him down, Viconia. Thank you.
How may I it shall be as you wish.
Start whacking him with your hammer at Alwyn. Whoa! Was that really 25 damage? It was. Okay, we can't mess around now, people. We cannot mess around.
What is it this time?
Badly injured now. Okay, that was quite hard.
What is it now? My actions are yours.
I think what I wasn't quite expecting was that casting time from when he got back up after the command and then kind of immediately sent out a bolt of lightning. So there we are. He is down. Shoal,
Kalas Na.
you better be pleased. By the waters of home I am free once more. You must pardon me for leaving so quick, but I'll not spend another second on this hard land. It was a fun game, but it is stale now. Thank you, goodbye. What was fun about it, Shoal, being commanded the whole time? And killing people, killing innocent bystanders? Fun, was it? Yeah, go and
What you want?
slink off to the sea. Right.
You have but to ask.
Droth. Ooh, Droth had a helmet. 129 gold, a katana, and a horn coral gem. Horn coral, which is also called night coral, is a deep black coral similar to angel's skin, save for its solid colour. It is incredibly difficult to work with, and is used in jewellery as a polished twig or branch of material, or is cut cabochon. Don't know what that is. But obviously it's a piece of it's an appropriate piece of jewellery for the location that we're in by the coast, I guess. So great. And a helmet which Alwyn doesn't know what it is, and in fact I've decided, yeah, I'm not going to be identifying too much stuff now. I'll keep one in, but we really need am I doing chromatic orb at level 3? Yeah. Yeah, we really need a to start paying for identifying, because we've got the money and you just have all this unidentified stuff kicking around and you kind of forget where you got it from, and it doesn't really help the kind of storyline or the sort of flow of the story to kind of have this stuff just loitering there. So we'll probably, I mean, I may even just nip back to High Hedge and get old Falantir to identify a load of this stuff. Oh, look at this little sort of cliff face here in this coastal region. There's a nice sense of place about Baldur's Gate, actually, I must say. There's a oh, okay, he wasn't there when we came past, was he? Random little ghast, ghoul, ghast. Don't know if we can quickly, let's drop a quick save. Oh, we can't. Oh yeah, we can't. Okay, well anyway. Ooh. Ooh, got away with that slightly. That was a bit risky. He could have sort of swiped us and paralysed us. Oh, Immerwood, well done. Was that a critical hit as well? Yeah. Oh, that's how you deal with a 650 experience enemy on your own. Blimey. Flame Dance Ring. Okay. Ooh, okay, we're out of shadows. Oh, let's bring the party up. Yeah, so nice. You sort of these areas, just random bits of wilderness. You know, the game just makes you want to explore them, which is just nice. It adds a real kind of sense of depth to the game, and like there's lots of little hidden little areas to look at, with each with their own distinct kind of geography and enemies and interesting little side quests. And look at this, we've got a little beach area here. Yeah, it's just quite interesting little places to explore. Right, we're on top of a cliff here, so and there's thunder, and it's raining, and it's night time, and yeah,
May darkness prevail.
I mean, I don't want to just kind of necessarily scour the entire countryside for no reason, but you know, it's very tempting just to kind of, you know, the game makes you want to kind of scour every square inch for you know, for loot and treasure and interesting characters, which is kind of what you want, really. That ogre mage fight was pretty difficult, wasn't it? I kind of... I guess, I think because I thought he was unconscious, it would be easy. But I didn't... Oh, look at this little gnome character, Mad Arcand. What's he doing? Whoa! Okay, he's dispelled Imwyn's invisibility. Quick, 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 people, people, people.
Now, Nartha.
What a clever little soul. Right.
I've done had enough of this.
Mad Arcand.
Now, Nartha.
I've done had enough of this.
Drop a quick save there. Or two quick saves if you double tap the key. Right.
Now, Nartha.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
How mad are you, sir?
Night Singer. Now, Nartha.
Oh, ow. Actually, if he's not hostile, she should be able to go back in shadows, right? Yeah, there you go.
Now, Nartha.
Who you are? No, not I.
Got a suitably mad portrait there. There be pheasants and penguins and blueberry trees between the greenest of skies and the whitest of seas. Wurtle, 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 woo, wurtle, woo. Okay.
Now, Nartha.
Popple the Rocks took stock of the lock and thought he was better off darning his sock. Wurtle, woo, wurtle, wurtle, woo, wurtle, woo. Sock darning, that really isn't a thing anymore, is it? It's not a 21st century activity, the old sock darning. And people did used to darn socks, which is basically means when you get a hole in your sock, which, if you're anything like me, is sort of annoyingly frequently, people used to kind of put them on a, like this little sock darning thing, and used to kind of basically kind of stitch it back together, and so you could wear your socks again. Anyway. A typical specimen of surfacer intellect, how droll.
Nah.
Okay, that's the same one. Does he have anything else to say? No. Okay, well he's just one of these curiosities that occasionally maybe come up in Baldur's Gate. I'm all for that, to be honest. I think Alwyn would be as well. Crazy little characters on the way is more than fine by him. So I'm quite liking these little beach areas. It's quite nice, isn't it? Not that it's the weather for kicking back with a pina colada and a beach ball, but yeah.
I'm gone.
Oh, look at that! A wrecked ship. Ooh. And a little hold. Oh, and it's got a ring. Just says ring. Wow. Chuck it to Alwyn. I want to see if he knows what it is. No. Okay. Cool.
May darkness prevail.
Now I know. I guess probably some of you think that the fact that we've got rid of
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Ajantis is crazy from a kind of power gaming
This way.
perspective, and you know you're definitely right. I mean, we just got him that extra good armour, the full plate armour, which kind of took his armour class down to about -5. Oh right, okay. What have we got here? Wolves. And of course, you know, that is right. We are much weaker now. And Ajantis was kind of pretty critical to what Alwyn's tactics were in battle, which were basically to put him kind of up front and kind of then let the enemy come on to us, all focusing on Ajantis. So then, you know, the enemy would focus their might on our most advanced member, and you know, the rest of the party would then have the time. So Viconia had the time to you know, cast off a spell and come in with the mace if she needed to. Alwyn could then cast off his spells. You know, it would all be led from the front from Ajantis, and the rest would follow in behind with their various, you know, skills. But now that's gone, we haven't got someone who can soak up the damage quite as well as Ajantis could, and certainly not as well now he's got his since he had his full plate armour. So you know, it's definitely, from a power gaming perspective, not the best move we could have done. But I guess Alwyn just thinks having Ajantis ruining his thinking and nagging and braying would be just as dangerous, because he might sort of do something he didn't want to do. Not having that clarity of thought for Alwyn is, you know, when he's in the situation he's in, where he needs to be kind of making good decisions, he'd probably think it would be more dangerous to have Ajantis around. So
May darkness prevail.
that's probably as good an explanation as I can give for kicking out Ajantis.
I'm gone.
But yeah, even from my point of view, I would have liked to have, you know, tried out Ajantis against some of these enemies with his extra armour class. But no, Alwyn decided that wasn't going to happen, and so here we are.
I'm gone.
But we also have to be realistic. I mean, you know, I don't know how tough the game's going to get in this area and areas around.
you know, it could be that, you know, generally speaking, we didn't meet I mean, when we went to the Knoll Stronghold, all the way down here, we kind of just snuck through, so we were never really sure what kind of resistance we're going to meet, and I'm not sure how Baldur's Gate is playing the kind of skill level that you need to, it's called a grounded pirate ship. The skill level that you kind of need to take on the wilderness, basically.
Give me power. May darkness prevail.
I mean, let's be honest, we rolled through the bandit camp pretty effectively with the tactics that we use. So hopefully, just with Imoen in shadows and the sort of spellcasting might of Alwyn, Edwin, and Zar, we can sort of make a good fist of this little expedition that Alwyn's decided to go on, just to clear his head. And actually, it's probably having the desired effect at the moment. Droth was fairly difficult, but you know, I still felt we had plenty in the tank to defeat him with. He could have easily killed Edwin, let's be fair, but thankfully he let off a minor drain and that saved his life. So yeah, it hasn't been quite the relaxing start that Alwyn would have wanted, but here we are. We're alright, we're all still alive. Well, Viconia's died and come back to life, but no, I'm well up for doing a bit more exploring of this area, and I think Alwyn is too, so we'll carry on that next time.